Man, how lucky are we that we get to play games like Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 and now Tekken 8. This glorious new day of the fighting game is upon us, and I am absolutely here for it. There are so many incredible qualities in this beautiful, beautiful fighting game. It's really difficult for me to kind of choose between Mortal Kombat 1 and Street Fighter 6 and this game. That's how good Tekken 8 is. Bandai Namco really put something together here that is going to draw you in. There's so much gameplay. You've got your arcade mode. You've got your online play mode where you go into this lounge, which is filled with these cutesy mini arcades that you can sit down at, and then you can play cross-console, by the way, against fighters from all over the world, and it's so freaking addictive as you start to see your character level up and you start to move up the ranking board. I was having so much fun playing multiplayer online, and of course all of the technology, all of the frame rate rollbacks, all of the HUD elements are there to tell you how your connection is and whether it's a fair fight against other people. But what's even cooler than that is that every time one of these iconic new iterations in these fighting game franchises comes out, it's an opportunity for the developers to train people and to educate them and to bring them in. And the onboarding in Tekken 8 is really something special. They have this arcade quest mode where you create this little avatar. It's big-headed, it's super deformed, it's cutesy, and you move from arcade to arcade and you interact with all of these different characters, and you've got all kinds of little elements and tchotchkes and stuff that you can customize your character with. But what you're doing as you move from these arcades is you are learning the ropes, and every fight that you get into, and it's all very friendly, it's all very encouraging, it never gets venomous or too heated or too hot between these cutesy characters. That would be weird. But you jump into these fights and you can go into some of these training sequences and learn some special moves and special attacks. But even as you are in the fights against these AI opponents, or sometimes they're ghosts of online fighters, you are learning. You are getting all kinds of encouragement, little pop-up animations and things like that tell you you're nailing this. And also these intricate little challenges that are pervasive throughout each of these fights as you are leveling up, encouraging you to try new things. And so what comes out of it is this really refined momentum to become better at this game and to let its hooks sink into you, and you feel like such a freaking superstar. And then you can also play a whole robust story mode that goes off on all of these unbelievably esoteric anime influenced tangents, which are so fun. It's so over the top, and there are some interesting little mechanics that come into play. At one point you're fighting across an army of different characters, which kind of felt like a Tekkenized version of Samurai Warriors or something like that. It's really freaking cool. And then, of course, these fights, these Tekken fights escalate and get crazier, and you see these demon characters take shape, and, holy hell is raining down on the planet. And there's all of this throwback and nostalgia across the Tekken franchise, which I adored. And what's very clear, too, is just the technology that's available to these developers now. The visuals are absolutely stunning. The sound effects, the percussive kind of quality of every hit. I think out of Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Tekken 8, this game sounds the best to me. Although I did have a little bit of an issue with some of the voices, some of the taunts that come at the end of fights coming out of my surround speakers in the back. It felt a little bit weird. But I was blown away by the audio quality, the fidelity, the crazy music. I also loved all of these different languages and these different accents from around the world as well, because of course the Iron Fist tournament is bringing people together from everywhere. And so I adored the story. I thought the arcade quest was a blast. I thought Tekken Ball was frivolous and silly, but also fun as well, where you're kind of knocking a beach ball or a variant of a beach ball back and forth, trying to topple each other. You can play that online as well against other people. But the core meat, I think, across all of this is just to get better and to get more entrenched and to pick your character. Mine's martial law, by the way. I just love that freaking character. He's one of my favorite characters in all of fighting video games. He's just awesome. And of course, you can customize your main characters, and you can take them online, or you can be fighting all kinds of people that have spent real time to express themselves, which I love. And I just had so much freaking fun and so much respect for this. I mean, this is not just a carbon copy of Tekken 7 or any previous Tekken game in there. This is a beautiful iteration on the franchise, and everybody came to play. The team really delivered something wonderful here. So the quest and the challenge is up to you if you're a fighting game fan. Which one do you kind of mainline? Is it going to be Street Fighter 6? Is it going to be Mortal Kombat 1? I'm sure there's a couple of other ones out there that I'm forgetting. Let me know in the comments below. Or is it going to be the incredible Tekken 8, which I'm giving a 9.5 out of 10 to?